Hey guys, how y'all doing? So last night we were working on the front of our truck. We got the bumper off, as you can see. We got the intercooler out. We have our AC condenser slash transcooler hanging by Mr. Ladder. I also got a strap here to keep the lines away from the intercooler. So I guess the plan for this evening is to pull the radiator. Maybe we'll pull the fan assembly since we're switching to electric. I haven't figured that out yet. We'll see how much of a pain this is. I've been looking at it. Ooh, text message. Anyway, it looks like the shroud's held on by 3 bolts. 2 right here, and then another over here. And I think we can just push the shroud back and get it away from the radiator. The radiator, we got the upper radiator hose, lowers over there. Also, we got to disconnect. I know it's dark, it sucks. Got to disconnect this clip. The radiator appears to be only held on by this bolt and another one over here, and then it sits, and there's our lower radiator hose, of course. I'm going to pull that out. I'm probably going to replace that. The upper one, we have a new one with our ATS dual fueler kit. But the lower one I'm going to replace because having, well, first off, I don't know if it's original to the truck. I'm going to assume it is. But the truck's a 10, it's 2017, so it's 7 years old. And having something like that blow out on the track is terrible. So we're going to put a new hose on there. I haven't ordered that yet. I just thought about it, honestly. So anyway, the radiator sits also on these, kind of like the intercooler. It sits on these brackets here, so I think we take those 2 bolts out and just lift it up and pull out a little bit. We should be able to get it out. Our power steering cooler is also bolted here, so I think with the lines we can probably just undo it and just set it on the ground. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's get started. See if we can get the front end of this thing completely exposed. We're taking the fan out anyway. I'm going to try and undo the fan. I don't know that I have the right size wrench. I'm just going to put a wrench on it and hammer it. Other than that, I might take an air chisel and try and hit it. And actually, it's got a mark on it, so it may be newer fan clutch. Actually, I'm just going to start with that. See if I got an air chisel, and we'll go from there. Success! Alright, so using the air chisel worked. When I first got on it, I was bouncing. I really needed to lay into it. But as you can see, if you were changing your fan clutch hub, the wire harness goes on to your shroud. But if you're changing that, this is probably the easiest way to do it. Beat the nut up a little bit, but nothing if you needed to take this off and reuse it, whatever, that you could, file that out. But we're not going to use this, and even if we had to, the nut's still good. This thing's pretty robust. So now we got a lot more room, and that power steering pump's probably the only thing that might impede us. But I don't see why this, hopefully this radiator will come out now. So let's find out. All right, so we were successful. Taking that fan clutch hub and this whole assembly out gave us enough room in there. We could wiggle our radiator out without no problems. So I'll put this off to the side and figure out where we're gonna head from here. All right, guys, so we're this far. Looking at it, I'm trying to decide all the pulleys, like our tensioner, water pump, idler, power steering, the fan clutch. Actually, we're gonna do something special here that it's pretty new, pretty different. But anyway, these pulleys all seem like they're in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna have to think about whether I'm gonna change them out. Now that we're not gonna have that fan and shroud in the way, they're probably pretty easy to do without, you know, doing all this kind of dumb shit. So they might just stay. Everything was working and everything's smooth, nothing's grinding. So I think we're probably just gonna leave them in. So our next thing to do will be change our harmonic balancer out. And from there, we'll press forward. Yeah, this thing's just kind of all in pieces. We got shit all over the place. But yeah, it really wasn't as hard to get here as I had anticipated. We hit a couple snags just because I hadn't done shit before. But since I did it, hopefully you won't have to. So I think this is going to wrap up this video of getting the radiator out and all that. Yeah, the next thing will probably be the harmonic balancer, and we'll see what else arrives. We'll do a couple other things while we got all this shit out, just make life easy. But till the next time, guys, have fun. Hope this encourages you to get back in the garage and take apart your truck. But I'll see you on the next one.